Here's a Camino tradition. It probably couldn't last very long. Seems that medieval pilgrims, for some reason, decided that if they took slivers of wood from this front door of this church, it would bring them good luck. So now, it's covered with iron. Today's hike is headed down there. It isn't a long walk, but we will remember it for the nearly day-long downhill grade. Once we exit El Acebo de Miguel, the Camino turns off onto a dirt path. I guarantee you will enjoy this walk with its nearly continuous views of the Irago Mountains. Except for the steep stuff. And there's plenty of that. After about 3 kilometers, the way slides through Irago de Ambros, a quaint, isolated village that starts on the rustic side and evolves to what appears to be recent renovations. Gentrification, Spanish style. We keep descending on what is often a rough, weathered trail through a chestnut tree grove. The path, sometimes jarring to the joints, goes down and down. As compensation, the quiet embraces us for most of the way. We slow down, partly to enjoy the scenery, but mostly to prevent punishing our knees. And then, 5 kilometers since leaving Irago, we come to Molina Seca. Along the way, we pass the Santuario de Nuestra Señora de las Angustias, or the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Sorrows, which was built into the rock cliff originally in the 11th century, and then, after burning down, rebuilt in the 16th century. As I said in the open, it was also once famous for its door being whittled away by pilgrims. If nothing else, it's a good place to stop and make sure our knees still function. Just down the road, we turn left to cross the Puente del Peregrino, or Bridge of the Pilgrim, which takes us over the local river. The rocky beach has been a nice place for a rest for the last few hundred years. Now here at the Rio Meruelo, medieval pilgrims traditionally would stop after coming all the way from Astorga without a bath and wash off the dust. I would think twice about doing the same thing. From here, the Camino goes down a narrow street with the occasional opportunity for snacks. It then opens up onto Highway LE 142. Here we pass this bronze sculpture representing a chunk of botillo, a lumpy dish made with meat-filled pork intestine. At 500 kilograms, it's claimed to be the world's largest botillo, and it's dedicated to the man who brought botillos to the area. Only Mr. Hall tells you these important facts. The route now follows sidewalks and the highway shoulder as it climbs out of the valley.
Shoot back there. Shoot back there.
Then we leave the main road. You can continue straight if you want as a suburban shortcut to Ponferrada. Preferring the quieter option, we drop down along a dirt road that ambles through the countryside. After about 4 kilometers since passing the giant botillo, we come to Campo. Watch for the Camino dogs. The village has a medieval antique feel to it. But that only lasts a short distance before we find ourselves along Camino Real, a lightly traveled road that signals we have finished our descent for the day. Soon, we enter Ponferrada and cross the Puente Mascaron, or Bridge of the Figurehead, which was built sometime in the 16th century over the Rio Boeza. From here, we continue into the city and our lodging of choice. Among the places to visit here is the local church, which was first built near the end of the 12th century, but then rebuilt in the 15th century because the original was deemed poorly constructed and indecent. That took a few decades to complete because workers kept dying from the plague. You know, I've lost count of all the miracle stories along the Camino that have been attributed to the Virgin Mary, but yeah, here goes another one because they never get old. This is the Iglesia de Santa Maria de la Encino, or Our Lady of the Oak. The inside is an image of Mary that was once in the cathedral at Astorga. However, invading Muslims, and they were all over the place during the 9th century, would have destroyed it if they had gotten their hands on it, so it was hidden away for safekeeping. And then it showed up on an oak tree. A miracle. Or there's the castle of the Templar Knights. To be sure, the Knights didn't actually build the castle. In essence, King Alfonso IX was forced to donate it to them in the 12th century, along with the rest of the town in exchange for the Templars' protection of Camino pilgrims. Along with enlarging the original structure, the Knights, who were rounded up and executed in the 13th century by a French king who was after their money, supposedly left secret passages and all sorts of other weird stuff that if we explored would make this video 3 hours long.